What is up, everyone? Hope you're all doing amazing. Welcome back to this channel. So for those of you who are new, my name is Sahil, and on this channel I like to share some of my daily and travel vlogs, some fitness videos, some fun sibling challenges, and also just different videos like that. So for this video specifically, I'm going to be talking a little bit about my personal experience about getting into a Canadian medical school and sharing some tips with you guys. And without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so once again, a big welcome. If you're watching this video, it most likely means that you're thinking about a career in medicine, so a big kudos to you. It's definitely one of the best decisions I've made, speaking from the very little experience that I have. So guys, I recently finished my first semester at the University of British Columbia, and it's definitely been the best time of my life. Just being in a class full of 250 students, who are just as passionate as you, pursuing the same goal. I just find that very motivating. Alright, so over the past few months, I've been receiving a lot of messages from a lot of you guys asking me to share some tips, asking me to share my experiences about getting into medical school. So that's why I thought I would organize this video into 3 tips that, had I known them beforehand when I was in undergrad or when I was in high school, I would have found really helpful. So that is going to be the way we're organizing this video today. And that being said, I should clarify what this video will not be about. So first and foremost, I am not speaking on behalf of any medical school admissions committee or any other institute for that matter. I'm solely speaking about my experiences, things that I've realized upon reflection over my little experience that I have. And also, I'm not sharing any top secret information that only medical school students know, or any foolproof plan that will guarantee you an admission into medical school. There's no such thing like that. If there was, I'm sure people would know about it by now. But I'm only so once again, I'm only speaking about my experiences. And with that being said, let's get right into it. Tip number 1. Okay, so my first tip, which is probably the most obvious one, but needs to be said, is to study hard. Guys, I can't stress that enough. So the medical school application can be thought of as 3 different components. There's the academic component, which includes your GPA, your MCAT, and whatnot. Then it includes your non-academics, which is going to be your extracurriculars, things that you're getting involved with outside of the classroom, and then also your interview. So it's important to set good study habits and work hard for those marks. And I know this is much easier said than done. There's going to be some times when you get bad marks, when you don't do well on an exam and whatnot, and trust me, I've been there, a lot of us have been there, and it's not the end of the world. 1 bad mark, even 2, even 3, on a test or on an exam or even a course isn't gonna make it or break it for you. It's really about that journey. If you show that you can consistently work hard and learn that material and fail forwards and make sure you don't make that mistake again, I think that big picture is what's more important than a single mark that represents a single mindset or represents your mind at a single point in time.
Fail early, fail often, fail forward.
And speaking from my personal experience, I know that whenever I've gotten a bad mark on a test or a course, I would be really stressed out. But to you who's watching this video right now, who's probably in a similar situation like that, I just want to say it's going to be okay. There's always, it's always possible to bring that GPA up. So what I would do in a similar situation, when I had been in a similar situation, was that I would pause, I would reflect on what it is that, or how it is that I made that mistake, why it is that I got that mark that I did and why I didn't do so well. I would try to put together a plan of action so that I can fix that moving forward, and then I would act on that. This last part is the part that lots of people skip. They go back into their old habits. So try your best not to do that, and I hope that helps. So tip number 2, which is actually my personal favorite and I think one of the most important ones, is that there are multiple pathways to get into medical school. So many times during my time in high school and undergrad, I'd hear about these typical pre-med activities that people would say are essential for you to do in order to get into medical school. And I don't think there's any one particular activity that's really gonna put you out of the pool, or make you more competitive, or make you less competitive. So for example, if you're really passionate about singing, dancing, or acting, and it's something that you've been doing since middle school, since elementary school, since high school, you don't necessarily have to give that up just to focus on these typical pre-med things that others around you have told you. Obviously, if you're really interested in it, definitely go and pursue those activities and try everything. But my personal recommendation would be to follow your passions, see what you're most interested in, and become the best at that, or at least continue doing it. Not only will you actually enjoy what you're doing, but it might actually help you stand out. Speaking from my personal experiences, I've really enjoyed dancing. So I'm a Bhangra dancer. I'll try to put a picture up somewhere here if I can find any. And that's what I pursued in undergrad and in high school, throughout undergrad. And I enjoyed my time. We'd go to competitions with my team, and it was an amazing experience for me. I was able to grow, go ahead and become a better dancer, go ahead and coach some teams, and I really enjoyed that. Another good example of this is that my sister and I, Ikanki, kind of like twins, we were really passionate about the Kiwanis family. So in high school we started a Key Club, and in university we started a club called Circle Kiwanis Club, or also known as CKI Club. And we loved every minute that we spent in that club just organizing events. I think one of the coolest events we organized was Daffodils Day, which we had a bunch of tables set up around campus, and we were selling daffodils and collecting donations for the Canadian Cancer Society. And I think in total we raised close to $1,800 that one year, which we replicated 2 years or 3 years in a row. But again, follow your passions. Don't try to go for the typical pre-med activity. And if you're passionate about these things, it will show when you go ahead and speak about them in the interview or whatever it might be. Okay, with that being said, let's move on to tip number 3. So this last one I cannot stress enough, but guys, do not give up. This is more mental than anything, I know, but going back, if I had to give myself one last tip, it would definitely be this: do not give up. If you're passionate about something, if you can see yourself in medical school and you can dream of that goal, and you can believe it, you can see yourself there, then there's no reason why you should stop hustling, stop grinding to get to that point. So guys, that's the last one. Do not give up. Alright guys, so those were my 3 tips. I actually just remembered one more, so we're going to make it 4 tips, a bonus one for those of you watching till the very end. And this is something that I actually learned from my friend Jinder, who I met at the Mr. World Canada competition back in 2013, I want to say. And it's been in the back of my mind since then, throughout my undergrad and now even in medical school. And his exact words were that by blowing out someone else's candle, you don't make yours any brighter. And at that time I didn't necessarily understand it, but it's been in the back of my head and I've been thinking about it ever since he said it. And it basically means to spread love, spread positivity, help each other grow, because I know that at certain times getting into medical school can seem really competitive, but it doesn't have to be. There's no competition. At the end of the day, you're in competition with yourself. And what's better than helping others grow? What's better than helping them rise, lifting them, working together to inspire each other? I think that's one of the best principles. And I'm super glad that I learned this from my friend. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. And if you want to see more medicine related videos, please let me know. I know this is my first one. And I hope I did a half decent job at sharing those tips. But if there's anything else you want to know, let me know in the comments below. And until next time, tons of peace, love, and gains for you all. Alright guys, thank you for watching that video. If you found it helpful, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. It would mean so much to me. And if you want to see more videos just like this one in the future, don't forget to click this button right here and subscribe. And if you want to see some fun sibling challenge videos, click this one right here, and I'll put my travel vlogs right here. Alright guys, thank you.